Presenting the champion of the world, Steve Aoki, laid back Luke, undefeated, undisputed, reigning, defending champion of the world. It's time!
What's up, guys? It's your boy Kell, it's your boy Danny, and guys, it's about to go down. It's about to go down. Danny versus Kell. We are going to go at it here, okay? So, we've talked about it a little bit before, okay? This upcoming draft class, it's a little bit different when it comes to quarterbacks. You know, it's not as quarterback heavy as we saw last year. Danny is, you know, he's big when it comes to sleepers, right? Now he focuses a lot on, you know, who he thinks he can, you know, who he thinks can obviously propel forward and stuff. And I'm not going to lie, you know, he is often right. Now, he's been focusing on this guy. He showed him to me, and guys, I'm not buying him. Now, he's going to tell you, like, based on the draft, based on where teams are going to be drafting, he thinks that his player is going to go ahead of my player, and I'm going to ask you guys who you think is going to go ahead. This is going to be really interesting. I'm actually really looking forward to this, and this is something that I've kind of marked on my calendar as, hey, me and Danny are going to go at it talking about these two players because I am very adamant about this guy going ahead of Danny's player. Danny, tell me about who you think is going to go ahead of my player, and I'm going to tell you who I think is going ahead. Let's talk about these quarterbacks.
Yeah, so Texas guy versus Ole Miss guy right here. I do think, and this is just a personal opinion on me, I'm big on sleeper quarterbacks, you know, but I do think it, you know, I may be a little bit cocky, feel like I have an eye for quarterbacks and rhythm and timing, and I do think that this guy has very good mechanics. Maybe he didn't have as good as stats in terms of touchdowns and QBR, but he did have a lot of yards. To be honest, I didn't really hear much about him during the college season, but in my opinion, the stock rised very heavily in the draft in terms of his workouts. I foresee this guy possibly, depending on the Aaron Rodgers situation, going to the Pittsburgh Steelers, possibly at the end of the first round, maybe the second round. Kellen's laughing, but I have a feeling about this.
No.
I think he's going to go before Quinn Ewers. I don't see Quinn Ewers being a first-round draft pick, in my opinion.
Guys, my guy. Okay, now I'm not saying that Quinn Ewers is going to be a first-round draft pick, okay? But, okay, so obviously Jackson Dart, that's your guy, right?
Yes. If I didn't say his name, I apologize.
Jackson
Dart, how much do I like him?
Because you're already trying to vouch for yourself. You're already trying to vouch for yourself.
It's more about me.
Okay, hear me out. Everyone's like, okay, who are you talking about? Okay, so anyways, I'm going Quinn Ewers. Obviously, like Danny told me that Jackson Dart was going to go ahead of Quinn Ewers, and I thought that he was crazy. Guys, I still think he's freaking absolutely bonkers for saying this.
Oh, I am.
Guys, I think it's insane, and like I'll tell you what, I mean, if Jackson Dart goes before Quinn Ewers in this year's draft, I will lose my fucking mind, dude. There is absolutely no way that is going to happen. Okay, I mean, Quinn Ewers, just a little bit of a basis, 5-star recruit. I mean, kid's a badass, dude. He was on track to be a Heisman finalist, if not win the Heisman, if it wasn't for his injury, dude.
How many times did he sit out for Arch Manning? Quite a bit.
Because they're warming Arch Manning up. Okay, excuse me. Okay, this is a system, bro. Like, it's a fucking system. But let's talk about Jackson Dart then. Let's look at his film when he's in the combine. When he's in the combine, he's throwing behind the guys. And we talked a lot about this. We were watching film. Me and Danny, we were sitting there, we were drinking at a bar. He's like, look at this guy. This is Jackson Dart. Isn't he the greatest thing? I was like, who the fuck is that guy? He's okay. I mean, he's mid. He'll probably go. He'll be the next Ryan Tannehill for 2 years, and that'll be that. I don't think he's going to be that great. I do not. I mean, he says that he's going to be good. Obviously, Jackson Dart seems like he's a real stocky, real pocket heavy guy. Now, guys, in the NFL right now, we are straying more towards that versatile. I hate saying his fucking name, but Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Aaron, but like those kinds of guys, straying towards that direction. That being said, are we gonna, is Jackson Dart gonna be that versatile? Do you think Jackson Dart is that guy?
No, but I am still a heavy advocate of the pocket passer. You've seen the guys that can do it, and when they can do it good, they excel very heavily via, some of the guys who were doing it this year, like Sam Darnold came out of nowhere. We got the Bo Nix. I think that it's not about the film. It's not about, in the combine, they're throwing to people who they have never thrown before. But to me, it's about mechanics.
Who are wide open.
Yeah, I guess. But
there's no defenders around them.
Yeah, but when I'm looking at them, I'm looking at footwork, and I'm looking at the release. And to me, Jackson Dart has a very clean release. It's about the way the ball comes out of the hand. Jackson Dart is going to go before Quinn Ewers, in my opinion. He's possibly going to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers if, there's barring this Aaron Rodgers, probably even if they get Aaron Rodgers. But that's where my mind is going in terms of this guy. And it may not even be in the first round. Both of these guys may fall to the second and third round, but Jackson Dart is going first.
Jackson Dart is not going first. Okay, obviously I don't see either of these guys going in the first round.
They're going to be second and third rounders, yeah.
They'll be second rounders, right? Now, I was surprised when Quinn even declared for the draft. I thought he was going to, I was surprised there.
This was his senior year, wasn't it? No, it's his junior year.
Was it
You're
his
right.
senior?
No, it's his junior year. It's his junior year, yeah.
I thought he was going to freaking go one more year, but obviously they're going to ride heavy with Arch next year. Now, guys, let's talk a little bit about that. I mean, do you think he's a quarterback? He's a NFL ready quarterback? I think he's way more NFL ready than this Jackson Dart kid. I mean, guys, I'm watching these passes that Jackson Dart is making. Jackson Dart is throwing the ball behind the freaking receivers, and it's one thing. Guys, okay, Quinn Ewers, he's first in Texas single season 300 passing yard games with 6. He has 6 300+ yard passing games, guys. That is ridiculous. Walter Camp, Player of the Year semifinalist in 24. Maxwell Award semifinalist in 24. I mean, Johnny Unitas, Golden Arm, top 10 finalist of 2024. You want to talk about good footwork. You want to talk about a good pocket player. Quinn Ewers is an NFL-ready quarterback. I mean, is he more NFL-ready than Malik Neighbors, than Shedeur Sanders? No, probably not. I mean, I'm not on the Shedeur Sanders bandwagon to begin with, but like I said, I would take Quinn over this Jackson Dart kid any day, dude.
31 touchdowns to 12 interceptions for Quinn Ewers, 29 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, 4,200 yards for Jackson Dart, and 3,400 for Quinn Ewers. Quinn, you can talk about the film on the combine.
You're going to bring up interceptions.
You're going to talk about the. You're going to talk about.
That's what it always comes down to. Is
you're going to talk about the production of a player in his college year, and him throwing behind the receivers at the combine, but the production is obviously there.
Okay, here's what I'm saying. Okay, people often look at stats and they say, "Oh, well, this guy threw this many touchdowns and this many interceptions." And I know that you're seeing that right now. I know that you're seeing, "Oh, this, Quinn Ewers is throwing this many interceptions, and Jackson Dart's only throwing 6 interceptions." Okay, now, yeah, maybe that is a little something special. Quinn Ewers can fling it, dude. He can fling it really, really good. I'm riding on Quinn Ewers. I don't think that Jackson Dart is. Oh, okay, read that stat back. How many yards total? How many total yards?
42.79 for Jackson, 34.72 for Quinn Ewers.
And how many passing touchdowns?
29 for Jackson, 31 for Quinn.
Right. Okay. Relatively close numbers when it comes to passing touchdowns and stuff like that. Now, considering how much Ewers played and how much Jackson Dart played, the fact that Ewers didn't play his entire year, that he did in fact get hurt.
Yes, he did get hurt.
He did get hurt.
You are right on that.
He did get hurt. I know I'm right. I'm right about Lost. I'm also right about Queen Ewers. I'm also right about Queen Ewers
No.
going ahead of Jackson Dart, dude. I'm telling you, man. Like, this is one of those things where, I mean, do I think Quinn Ewers is going to go in there and absolutely shred the NFL? Fuck no, I don't. I think that he's not going to be very good in the NFL. I don't think Jackson Dart is going to be very good in the NFL either. But
we're kind of arguing over nothing here. Both of these guys are probably going to take a little bit of time to get accustomed to the NFL speed of the game. But I am sticking behind my guy Jackson Dart. Like Kellen said before, I'm big on sleepers, and for me, Jackson Dart is my sleeper.
All right, guys. Well, I mean, there you have it. I mean, let us know what you guys think down below, okay? I'm riding Queen Ewers going ahead of Jackson Dart. Danny is going with Jackson Dart going ahead of Quinn Ewers. There's the bell, ding, ding, ding. And we're going to decision. Let us know who you think won. Do you think Kellen won or do you think Danny won? All right? Obviously, I think Danny.
Yeah. You do. Yeah.
I think Kell won because freaking. I'll tell you what. I'm taking Quinn Ewers. That dude has more stats than fucking Jackson Dart. No, I already fucking did. Guys, I'll tell you what. I will tell you what. This draft is going to be very interesting, and like I said, this isn't a very quarterback-heavy draft. So with that being said, I think that not in the slightest.
Shador may even fall pretty down far. There's a lot of stuff with these quarterbacks right now. But like I said, talking about sleepers, I got Jackson as my sleeper. Quinn, Kellen's got Quinn. I got Quinn. And to be possible, maybe we can do live reactions to the first round of the draft this year. So look forward to that, guys.
We could live reactions to when Danny is wrong. That's what I want to see. I want to see Danny's face when freaking Roger Goodell's dumbass walks up there
Jackson
and says,
Dart goes before Quinn Ewers.
Now I'm gonna be sweating when when he walks out there and he's like, the Pittsburgh Steelers select him and be like, not Jackson Dart. If they fucking say Jackson Dart's name, I'm gonna be absolutely dumbfounded, guys. I'm gonna be absolutely dumbfounded.
Kellen's
I don't know
owe
what
me
I'll
another
do.
beer after that one.
I already bought the last one. You're gonna buy the next one. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be our segment. That's gonna be the short one. Jackson Dart versus Quinn Ewers. Let us know who you think won. Who do you think wins that? Who's gonna go first? And let us know who you think won this battle. Obviously, Kell won. I mean, maybe give it to Danny because we feel bad for him. He's got to. We gotta let him win a couple every now and then. But guys, hey, toe to toe with Danny. That was a good one, guys. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Keep the faith.
7, 6.